And we are back to talk to you about Customized Homecare, one of our new sponsors on the Jewel Drive Home Show. And do we have Andrew DeFore on the phone line?
Yes, you do. I'm here, Tim.
Andrew, nice to talk to you. Thanks for joining us for a couple of minutes this afternoon as we drive people home. First of all, I've only got 3 questions for you, 3 simple questions. Number 1, What made you decide to open up Customized Homecare?
Well, thanks for having me. It went back a couple of years ago when I was in industry. I had one of my colleagues, and throughout the years, you have colleagues who express a concern about their loved ones' safety at home. And I had one particular colleague that was dealing with a loved one who had dementia. And her main issue was she was taking care of 3 boys, a husband, and a mother at home, at her home. And as I learned later on, that she was part of that group called the Sandwich Generation, taking care of kids and an ailing parent. And so her issue was she wanted someone to come in on very limited periods of time to have the person get used to her mother. Mm-hmm. And so that over time, as she increased the hours, her mother would be accustomed to having someone other than herself taking care of her. But she was not able to find that solution. So, of course, as I went off in my career, was something that just kind of stuck in the back of my brain. And at the time when I decided I wanted to do it, I said, well, what are the options out there in terms of home care? Mm-hmm. And we said we're going to do it a little bit differently, and we formed Customized Homecare to support families. And
the best businesses basically are born of solving a problem, and you were able to solve a problem. Tell us a little bit about the Alzheimer's situation, learning that 2/3 of Alzheimer's patients are women. Tell us what Customized Homecare is doing with respect to the Alzheimer's phenomenon right now.
Well, families who get a diagnosis of Alzheimer's for a loved one, a parent, or someone close to them, are not really equipped to deal with what's going to come. Prior to a couple of years ago, there wasn't that much information about, how is it going to progress over time. And a lot of families have found that as time progresses and the memory starts to go and repeated questions, and, that's something they begin to deal with. But then the difficult challenges of personal care, temperament, sometimes moods would swing quite a bit, where there would be verbal and physical aggression. And as a result, a lot of families were not able to deal with that. And over time, they learn how their loved one communicates. And they're learning also how their loved one is changing before their eyes. You have 2 components, the mourning part of it, and then the part of it where they have to deal with, the day-to-day issues related to behavior. Right. And so what we've come up with is a program where our caregivers, they go on we get the caregiver matched with the loved one, and that loved one gets to know them over time in very short increments of time until they're well matched. Right. And then they learn their behaviors and habits. And, when they're fidgeting, what does that mean? Does it mean they have to go to the bathroom? Does it mean they're bored? Does it mean there's some pain? And over time, that's something they learn the new way that the person is communicating. And that's something So sorry to interrupt. That's something you guys have figured out at Customized Homecare. Your caregivers are experienced. They know what to do. Just to kind of wrap it all up, Andrew, first of all, great to have you with us on the Jewel. Second of all, there's a website called takebacktheirdignity.ca. And I know that if you go there for a limited time only, you can get your free Alzheimer's caregiving assessment. And so if anybody's facing that situation, listening to us right now, go to takebacktheirdignity.ca and you'll get all the information you're going to need and options and ways to solve the problems. Andrew, got to wrap it up, but thanks for joining us. And we're really proud to have you on board with us on the Jewel. Thanks for having me.
Thank you.